Hi little skeletons, it's Disney Queen Skelly here. Welcome back to the top fives. So today's top 5 is going to be my top 5 favorite female TV characters. So you'll kind of see a pattern. They only really come from 2 TV shows, but that's really because the rest of the shows that I watch, like the adult cartoons and live actions I watched, I don't really have any favorite female characters, and these were the 5 that just really stuck into my brain when I was presented with this question. So we're gonna start with number 5. Coming in at number 5, we have Maya from The Simpsons. So for those of you who don't know who Maya is Moe's, in my opinion, best girlfriend he's ever had, and I think the most recent one he has. Spoilers for future episodes, she does come back. So in Maya's first episode, she is introduced as a little person, and she is a little person. She and Moe kind of joke about it a little bit. He kind of feels uncomfortable initially, but Maya understands because she understands that, at least this is from the show, I'm not speaking for all little people or anyone, but she basically understands because she knows it's different to see a little person, but she understands that, you know, he's just trying to be polite, and they have really good dates. They go out a lot, and he really was ready to, and I think if I remember correctly, he popped the question. Maya said yes, but Moe unfortunately took the jokes a little too far, and Maya ended up dumping him. Rightfully so. I mean, there's kind of a limit, especially if people are willing to be a little more jokeful about who they are as a person, characteristically speaking, or even personality speaking. You got to make sure that you're not stepping over any bounds. You also got to make sure that the person you're joking with, you just got to make sure you're not just being an ass about it. But Maya is a wonderful person, and I love the fact that she actually came back. I was so hoping that she would, and eventually she did come back, and from what I know, Moe is still with her. It doesn't really appear that way in future episodes, but considering what I saw in that episode, I'm pretty sure they're still together. Maya is a sweet, beautiful, amazing person, and she definitely holds her own in The Simpsons. Next, let's go to number 4. Coming in at number 4, we have Daisy from Bones. Okay, so who is Daisy? Daisy is an intern is someone who interns with Dr. Brennan after, spoilers, her previous paid intern unfortunately went to prison for aiding in the killing of multiple innocent people with one of the biggest killers that they had on the show. Daisy is sweet, bubbly, she's a little ditzy, but she is still incredibly intelligent. She does get with one of the main characters, his name is Sweets. Spoilers, unfortunately, after they announced that Daisy is pregnant, Sweets dies at the hand of a killer. Yeah, it's really sad. Daisy is unfortunately on her own at that point, but the baby is alive and healthy, and she's okay after a while. Daisy is absolutely adorable. She's intelligent. She's very hardworking, and she definitely deserves all the credit that she gets for being such a hard worker and a very intelligent human being in Bones. So coming in at number 3, we have another Bones character. Coming in at number 3, we have Angie from Bones. Now, the reason why I chose Angie for number 3 is because, for one, she's Brennan's basically best friend. She is Brennan's right-hand girl, much like Harley Baby to me is my best friend and someone I can always rely on. And on top of that, she's also really smart. She took her art and ended up helping capture a ton of serial killers and identifying a ton of human remains that just lost, the skin and the face over time. She developed her own tech. She's definitely, like Daisy, very intelligent. Spoilers, she marries Hodgins, has one baby. She ends up pregnant with baby number 2 in the series finale. She's wonderful. She's very smart. She holds her own. And her dad is part of the group ZZ Top. I mean, come on, what? He's Dusty. How could you not love that? I also love Angie because she has a lot of morals. It helps with how Brennan sees the world too, because Brennan's viewpoint is so straightforward and so matter-of-fact that when there are times her intelligence is challenged, Angie always has the answer for her, and that's an incredible friendship. Even when Brennan gets so stubborn and in her own mind, it's friends like Angie that we all need to kind of keep us grounded. Like, hey, you really need to think about this. You really need to make sure you're not going insane, or that you don't apply logic to everything. And that's why I love Angie so much, because she just reminds me of my girl, my Harley baby. I just love the dynamic between her and Brennan, as well as how much light she brings into Hodgen's life, especially with all the shit that he ends up going through in the series. Now we are going back to The Simpsons for number 2 and number 1. So here's number 2. Coming in at number 2, we have Marge from The Simpsons. Now, why Marge? I know people can argue that she's not a great mom, that Marge isn't the best mom, that there's better moms out there. However, I respectfully disagree. I think Marge is one of the best housewives in adult cartoon history. She not only takes care of the entire house every day, she also does school stuff for her children. She helps her husband a lot. She is a very hardworking mother, and even though she doesn't have a job, she occasionally picks up a job here and there. But even though about 90% of the time she is a housewife, she is one of the most hardworking women I've ever seen portrayed in TV media, at least for adult cartoons. I could be wrong. There could be others that I don't know about it. Maybe Linda from Bob's Burgers, because she owns her own business. Whatever the case may be, I think Marge is a very hardworking mother. I really aspire to be like her as a mother in terms of raising her children and not being, like, obviously like her good attributes. I'm not talking about her bad attributes. I do want to be like her in the best way possible when I have my own children, as well as when I take care of my husband, which is why literally, I kid you not, every time we come home, I cook for him. I cook for him every night. He tries to cook, but I think he's given up, like, fighting me for the kitchen, because I will fight for the kitchen. And I know when I become a mother, I'm going to be a really good mother. I'm going to love each of my children equally and with as much love and compassion as I have in my tiny little 5'2", 1 some odd pounds body. Anyways, number 1, you guys probably won't be surprised at, but what can I say? She's a little cutie. Coming in at number 1, we have Maggie Simpson from The Simpsons. I mean, come on, who didn't see this coming a mile away? Maggie Simpson is adorable. She's actually really smart in a lot of these episodes, especially the one where she ends up in a daycare and they take like all their binkies away, and she like devises to plan to get the binkies. She's a cutie pie. I actually figured out recently too, when I was a little baby, my parents used to put me in like a onesie jumper as well, like when it got cold, and I apparently looked like a starfish too. They called me a little Maggie, which doesn't surprise me why I resonate so much with her. But anyways, Maggie is just precious. She's smart. She takes my heart every time I watch it, and Maggie makes 3, so there is really no other way I could possibly describe why she's my number 1. But I hope I have a little girl like Maggie, even though she gets into a lot of chaos. But in the end, she's a wonderful little baby, and she's so cute, and I love her so much. Thank y'all so much for watching. Let me know your favorite female TV characters in the comment section down below. What do you think of mine? And I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and I'll see y'all next time. Bye, little skeletons. Please stay safe. I love you guys.